Alrighty, traders, welcome to the Forex Battleground here on the weekly for the weekly session. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the markets, but I'm gonna be real honest with you, man. I just came out of my trading room, and there's not a lot of trading opportunities that I'm seeing until we probably head into the mid part of the week. We got news coming out this week. We got Aussie news, we got New Zealand news, we got Canadian news, we got US news. And that's all going to create this opportunity for us this week, but it's not really looking that great so far. Now, normally in a non-farm payroll week, we tend to have the markets moving a little slower. So maybe we need to change over and start looking for some scalping, short-term trading opportunities this week. As we're heading into the following week, we may get some more training. Remember, it is a start of the week. This is the beginning of the month, actually not the week, but month. So we could have a bit of a slowdown. Last month we had an absolute killer month. It was great for us. We showed some great returns in last month, but this month it's going to be a little bit different. Let's take a look at some of the results here from last month. So last month, yeah, we closed out with 12.87% last month. So a really fantastic month of trading. This month we just won just slightly shy of 1% so far. So we already turned around. We've had a good start in some short-term scalping opportunities this month right here. Let me go ahead and show you my chart right here. There you go, and you can see that we definitely have had a good start to this month, but last month was a really good month of 12.87%. Now, if you look at the news out this week, you'll see that we do have the Australia rate decision. They expect to keep the rates unchanged at 0.1%. Then we've got tomorrow night, we've got the New Zealand rate decision, and they're going to keep the rate, so they're going to increase the rates by 25 basis point. We've got some oil coming out this week, oil news, and then we've got on Friday we do have the employment change and unemployment rate for the Aussies, for the Canadians, and then we also have the non-farm payroll coming out on Friday as well, off the same time as the Canadian news. But the one thing that's interesting right here is when we look at the non-farm payroll data coming out, we got good jobs. Jobs obviously is going to be on an up. We have to. I mean, we've hit bottom. We should be going up. So we've seen jobs increasing, which is no brainer. It's a no brainer. And then we've seen unemployment rate also go up as well. If you can see right here, unemployment rate is at 5.1%. All right, from the 5.2%. So we've definitely seen a change in the employment change. But the one concern that I'm noticing right here is that we're looking at the average earnings. The average hourly earnings is actually going to tick down to 0.4% from the 0.6% from the previous. So that is a bit of concern because it means that the people that are qualified in a certain job aren't getting the jobs and the pay that they are qualified in, which doesn't really show good when we look at the average earnings dropping like that. So that definitely needs to change if we want to see the economy change around. So let's go take a look and see what is it that we can pay attention to this week. Well, I'm going to be looking at, for instance, uh, um, uh, I was like, should I do silver or should I do gold? Well, both silver and gold are both setting up pretty solid. If you look at silver and gold, they're both at support levels. And let's go quickly take a look at the chart here on silver and gold. But they are both at a good level of support. Let's go to the chart right here. So here you can see that in the short term, and this is the 15-minute time frame, I'm going to go to the 1 hour. So we can see that we do have a swing that's looking for price to move on gold, looking for price to move up here to about 1900. All right, so 19,000. Sorry, 1,900. Sorry, guys, it is a Monday. I'm struggling this Monday. Eagles, the Eagles lost. Okay, so the Eagles lost yesterday, and it wasn't just a loss; it was a beating. I think the score was 43-30. I just the last few minutes of the quarter, I just couldn't even watch the last bit. It was just sad. But in any case, so I am struggling this morning after a terrible weekend of football. But if you take a look over here in gold, in the short-term swings, we do have price action moving from that low to this high. And so we are going to stall a little bit right about 1775, so 1,775. There is going to be a price stall right here, all right? So I'm going to mark it off right here. I'm going to take a look at that. And so if we get to 1775 right here, what are we expecting price to do? Well, we're expecting price to go into another correction move, okay? So which means that once we get to this point right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put a label right here, I'm expecting bearish move. And I'm going to say bearish move towards the lows. Now, where is the lows right here? Let me take a look here. The low is going to be here at about 1740, 40, so 1743. Actually, I think it was 1747 right here. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, 1747. So we're going to see it dip back down to about 1747 right here, which is this low right here, before we see price go ahead and take off again. So remember, these inside swings are giving us an indication of price is going to move up to around about 1775. Once we hit 1775, we should see a bearish move down towards this level. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in right here. So as we get to that point, right, as we get to this point, then we can expect a bearish move to the downside. So let's mark off that target. There it is there. That's the target that we expect the bulls to take off again. So I'm going to mark off right here. So when price comes back down here, bullish towards. Now I'm going to go ahead and say bullish towards. Let's take a look here. We're going to be bullish towards a larger swing, and I can give us an indication of what's that going to look like. And I'm going to go say 1808. Give or take a few. 1808. So I'm going to go ahead and say bullish towards 1808. All right. So once we go ahead and take out that low, then we're going to look to start buying long, and we're going to chase after 1808. So there is going to be definitely some swings that price action is going to move between in and out, and we're going to have to be a little more patient on that. So if you're trading gold, expect gold to go ahead and trade up here. And then if it goes back down again, we're going to probably go ahead and take out that low, and then we can look for gold to go ahead and continue to rally to the upside. All right. So gold's going to be in a little bit of an upside trend, but it's going to come back to resistance, and it's going to bounce off that resistance. So that's what we're expecting with gold. Now, if I go to silver, I'm looking at something very similar to that, right? If you look at silver right here, and I'm going to compress it just to look to the short term, I'm really just paying attention to the short term move. So yeah, we had a trend line break right here. And so I'm going to pay attention to what silver's going to do in the short term. So if I look here on the swings, we did have price wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, so we actually got a nice little swing here that goes all the way up here to the top. Okay, so now we've come now just so that everyone understands exactly how I look at the markets right here. I'm looking at the markets right here, and I'm looking at this being wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So which means that 4 becomes significant. So I'm actually looking for silver to trade a little lower to take out that low before going bullish. All right. Now, I might have to make an adjustment to my trend line right here. Let's see here. I've got that trend line on that high. That's fine. But then I'm noticing an inside trend line here that's going to cross right here. So if price does come down deeper, then I'd look for the market to test the backside of this trend line and then start moving back up north. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate here because there's two options here. If we do stay below this this high right here, if we stay below this high, we're heading south. But if we do trade above it, I'd be real interested to see what price does right here at the 127. Now, not only is this the 127, all right, but also notice the previous high right here. So we're going to go ahead and take out that previous high. We're going to get to the 127, and then I'm going to look for price to go further back down south. So this is the deal. If we rally back above this level and it continues to rally and it gets to the 1.27 without dipping down deeper below here, then at this point, I'll be looking for silver to go ahead and fall south before it goes back up north, which means that this trend line is not going to be important anymore. All right. So it all depends what silver does right here. Now, if you're looking to get into silver, what would be the options that I would look at that may be something that you would look at, right? So my options here on silver would be like, if I get price dropping lower below this there, I'm going to look then to buy off support. All right, that's one. I got to see a drop first before I want to get in silver. But if price continues to rally, I'm going to be on the side. I'm going to wait for price to hit the 1.27, and then I'm going to look for price to go ahead and take out the low, and then that would be my buy option right here. So those are the two options. I mentioned this low. If price does go lower, it needs to take out this low, but it's actually this one right here. I apologize. It's that level there, and that's priced just below $22. So if price moves below $22, all right, currently right now it's trading at, what's it, 22.51 or 52. So if it goes below $22 right here, that's where I'm going to start thinking bullish if it has not tested this level. Now, if it has tested that level, which means it does this, then I'm going to look for this low right here. So this low then becomes an important low for me to go ahead and retest. Okay? So right now, I would probably be on the sideline waiting for that to happen. Okay? And so we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, hey, Jeffrey, good day, my friend. So we'll go ahead and take a look and see how that plays out. So, So we're going to go ahead and continue to monitor the setup, and we're going to go ahead and see if we can get to a higher level. All right, so we're going to monitor that very quickly, and we're going to go ahead and keep an eye on that. Now, also very importantly, right here, I want to take a look at oil price, and I want to look at dollar index. Okay, so let's go to dollar index first. So if I look at dollar index, and I look at this channel we've got here, we're certainly looking for dollar index to fall. All right, so we're looking for dollar to fall. It's got a 4-hour time frame right here. So looking for dollar to fall. And so what we would be paying attention to right here is all these down swings from the top down going below. So I now need to go down to maybe even at 1 hour. You can see the 1 hour's good enough. Let's see here. Okay, so if you look at the 1 hour right here, we have price right here at the top that's created our first swing. So we got our first little swing right here. Then we had our second swing, and then price came up to the 1.27 and stalled here. So if I have to go ahead and analyze this, I'd be looking at this to be a irregular flat right here. So which means I'm expecting a slight bullish move on dollar. All right, slight bullish move on dollar. And if I'm looking for a slight bullish move on dollar, then that means when dollar moves above this level, when dollar moves above that level, I'm thinking bearish. And I'm going to go mark off this thing here, right here. A bearish as dollar trades above. And that simply means that my confidence level, all right, my confidence level on the dollar is not positive but negative, right? Meaning that I'm looking for dollar to continue to fall, but it just means that we may be in a short-term correction move before the dollar does fall. So if there's any sort of strength that we're seeing across the board with the dollar, it's only going to be short-term as we look for price to go ahead and continue to move back down south. Now, we do know we got we just spoke about the news coming out on Friday. We'll have to reevaluate this again on Thursday, see where we're at on Thursday. Come Friday morning, when the news comes out for the dollar, we may have to pay a little more attention to the numbers and see what they report, because that will ultimately tell us what the market's going to do. But I can say this, though, that I certainly believe that the technicals are leading the fundamentals. And so what we're seeing in the technicals right now is showing that there could be some strength coming back in the dollar, but this is not going to sustain itself. And I think Friday's news is going to keep the dollar weaker. So we're going to see the dollar falling further down south as we head into Friday. So Friday, I don't believe Friday is going to be a good day for the dollar. I believe it's going to be a negative day for the dollar. But we'll have to go ahead and take a look. Now, Dell says here. So you obviously believe in King's Crowns if you look to buy on taking out the low. Listen here, Dell. I believe in King's Crowns. I absolutely believe in Head and Shoulders King's Crowns, but also believe that it's more effective when it happens when we have good correlation between Elliott wave and these patterns. In fact, all patterns, even if you're looking at harmonic patterns, butterfly patterns, bat patterns, cipher patterns, all that good stuff, those patterns are effective if it lines up with what my Elliott wave structure is looking at. So, for instance, if I'm looking at a fifth wave and I see a cipher pattern appearing on at a fifth wave, I'm going to be a lot more interested in that pattern. So, yes, it all depends where that pattern's at. Okay. Okay. So as we go ahead and continue, let's take a look at. Let's go ahead and take a look at U.S. oil. So my sort of like understanding about dollar is that we could see a short-term bullish retracement, then a continuation of a bearish move on dollar. Now, U.S. oil could be a little different. We did speak about this, and let me go ahead and pull back to a daily time frame right here. Now, if you look at U.S. oil right here, we have been speaking about this level and saying that price should, and we've been saying this, price should stay below. Now, if I zoom in closer right here, you can see that there is a bullish candle right here. Let me go here. Bullish candle is trading through that. Now, when I say we should trade or we should stay below that, that doesn't necessarily mean that we can't get a test above. We can't get a little spike above or a little test above and then turn around to the downside. So I'm going to say that this is still great, but it's, it still means that I'm going to have to wait it out a little bit, right? I've got to wait and see how this plays out. So with this little spike right here, I'm going to go ahead and wait out. In fact, if I look over here on my swings, it's almost indicating right here, look at this, that US oil is going ahead and create this wave 1, 2, 3 up here, 4 down here. And so as it goes back up here to 79.09, it's going to find resistance and then it's going to work its way back up. Now, whether this is just a spike and then a pullback, or this is a closed candle above and then a bearish engulfing candle as it goes back below, that's what I'm looking for. If I don't see that, I'm just not going to react to it, right? So I want to see something, whether it's a spike above and close below, or whether it's a bearish candlestick formation that forms and then price moves below that level. I do want to see price continue to move inside inside this previous resistance. I do want to see price, and so I'm going to wait for that to happen. When that happens, then I'm definitely going to be jumping in on a lot of the Canadian crosses. So I have to be a little more patient on these Canadian crosses. All right. So that's my stand on U.S. oil. Now, I'm going to say this as well. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say this as well, that there's a bunch of currency pairs that are sitting at a key level of support. All right. And it's based on the euro crosses. If you actually take a look at most of the euro crosses, and I've said it this week inside my trading room, the euro crosses, I'm going to probably be on the sideline on all euro crosses. And the reason for that is, take a look here, and I'm going to just give you a quick glance of what's going on here. All right. If you take a look at the euro Aussie dollar, take a look at the support that we're at right here, right there. Is it time to buy? Well, I don't know. I'm not seeing any positive bullish signals, but I'm at a support level. I do expect Euro Aussie dollar to continue to fall, but I can't trade it until I break through that support level. So Euro Aussie dollar is at support. This should tell you something, right? Take a look at the Euro CAD. Take a look at Euro CAD right here. Euro CAD is at a support level, right? So Euro CAD's at a support level right here. Isn't it interesting, right? We've got the Euro Aussie at support. Now we've got the Euro CAD at support as well. So we are seeing price sitting at that level of support. All right. And so we're going to be real interested. Lucas, yeah, you're welcome, my friend. Lucas says, thanks for all your knowledge. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Well, hey, by the way, while you mentioned that, if you like this information, if you like the content, you like these videos that I do push out, these live sessions that I push out, go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I am broadcasting on all different types of platforms, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all this good stuff, and of course on YouTube. But I'm going to move only onto YouTube, and so make sure that you get connected to the YouTube channel, so that if any videos I do post, you get access to that. So go ahead and smash the like button. Firstly, smash the like button, but secondly, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well, and show your support. I do appreciate that. Thank you. All right, and so if we go to the Euro CAD, we can see the support there. Let's go to the next currency pair. Next is on the Swiss. This is Euro Swiss. Let's go take a look over here. Now, this may not be the ideal trend line because we should draw a trend line across like this. And if you do that, you can see good support coming off that backside there. But if I do connect a trend line going across right here, then we're not too far away from that support, right? Now, when I look at this, all right, I go ahead and move that down to a 1 hour time frame. And what I'm seeing here, and this is also the reason why I'm expecting bounce on the Euro Swiss, is because if I go down to the smaller time frame, notice when I go ahead and use my fibs from the top to the bottom, where have we just got down to? We've just got back down to a 1.618, which means that traders that were should be expecting the Euro Swiss to move into a correction. And so not only are we at this trend line of support, but we should be seeing a bounce back up again, and then we'll come down to retest it and maybe even possibly break it as we get down to the 1.27 right here. So I would be expecting Euro Swiss to bounce, have a short-term bounce. So that means that if that's the case, then Euro Aussie could bounce, Euro Canadian could bounce, and now Euro Swiss could bounce to the upside as well. So we've got a lot of opportunities here where we can anticipate a Euro Swiss bounce. All right, that's it. Euro Swiss bounce. That's all we got to think about right here. is Euro Swiss balance. Now, if I go to Euro JPY, take a look at Euro JPY. Now, Euro JPY is sitting up a little differently, some might say. Let's go to the daily time frame first and take a look. So Euro JPY right here, if you look at the setup, what is this? A trend line here. Euro JPY, let's take a look here. Okay, so the swings that we're seeing right here, let's see here, from a long-term perspective, we're going to swing from the high-low right here. Then we got another swing from the high-low to there. We're going to mark off that low. That is the swing low from the first swing. We definitely want to mark off that high right here because we don't want to break above that, or else we're looking at a different trend. And then, so if I look at this, what I should be looking for on the Euro JPY is a sell-off, because we're looking for price to eventually move down to the 1.27 down here, right? That's the 1.27 right here. And so what I should be expecting is price to then break through this trend line and head south. So if I zoom in on this, then I am seeing a trend line break. And now what I've got to do is I've got to work my swings from the top going down. And I'm going to do this on the daily time frame first. So I can take a look here over here. Let's take a look at the daily. So the daily creates this big, large swing from here down here. So we have a wave 1, 2. And so we haven't reached that 1.618 yet. Look over there. We've come close to it, but we haven't reached it. So that's going to be marked off right here. So I'm expecting Euro JPY to continue down to the 1.618. Now, what do we do from that point onwards is we go ahead and we move to where the market's currently right now. And I'm going to look at this consolidation right here. So let's take a look here on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, as we look at the 1 hour right here, notice how the market's range bound, right? Notice that we have resistance up here at the top. I'm going to go a little lower here, maybe even lower, about there. So we have resistance at the top right here, and we have support down below. What makes this unattractive, and I said unattractive, yes, I use those words, and what makes this unattractive right here is the fact that we're in the middle of the range. And so if we entered here, we're not entering at resistance, nor are we entering at support, right? So it makes this thing look a little iffy right now, whether or not we should be getting in. Also, if I had to go ahead, and I don't quite rely on swings when I'm inside the ranges, right? But if I look over here, I do have a swing high, swing low, price has got down. Now we have a swing high, swing low down here. And so we've already turned and heading towards the fifth wave down here. So we're not even at resistance on the swing waves. And so the Euro JPY, although the Euro JPY, when we looked at the daily time frame, looked real interesting for us to continue this bearish move to the downside, as we broke it down on the lower time frame, it definitely identified that we're not at a good place to go ahead and trade it. All right. So we can keep an eye on it and see how things progress as we move forward. But at the moment right now, it's not a good price to trade at. All right. All right. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and take a look and see how that plays out. All right, perfect. Thanks, buddy. All right, Lucas. Lucas is subscribed to all the channels. I very appreciate that. And the Pip Grabber. Great stuff. So we're going to continue to monitor the setup right here. All right, we're going to continue to monitor the setup. So let's keep an eye on the Euro JPY right here. Now, New Zealand Canadian. I know we have a news report coming out this evening, but let's take a quick look at New Zealand CAD. We had a nice little look at that that bullish engulfing candle right here. So we had a good bullish engulfing candle here on the daily, setting up for us to go ahead and trade it long. And so this candle that we've seen right here, is this just a retest? Well, I believe it could be. I think we got a retest of that. So let's go down to the 1 hour right here, and let's see what's going on the lower time frame. So I'm going to break this down. Okay, so here we go. You notice that on the New Zealand CAD, we did complete this fifth wave down here. And so with price now rallying up and now coming back again, we should still expect New Zealand CAD to rally higher up. Right here, we're targeting 88.39. So despite of this bearish move that we've seen right here, this is just maybe just part of consolidation that we're in. Did it hit the 1.6 range right here? Got very close to it. So we're not quite there at the 1.6 range. Oh, we might be. Let's see the swings that we have here. So we've got this inside swing right here. I'm going to extend this swing right here. I'm going to look for, and I'm going to move this up here to the 1.6 range right here, which is perfect. Right here at that fourth wave high. So this, again, traders, if you look at the way the setup, why I extended this right here is because I'm seeing a pattern. All right, and I'm not sure if anyone else has seen a pattern right here. Hey, Mason. But if you look over here, you can certainly see that we had price take out the previous high right here. And then come back and take out the low down here. When we have this price move, it's called an irregular flat pattern. When we have this irregular flat pattern right here, this is actually the buy zone right here. That actually is an indication that we should be looking to buy. And so I would say that if traders are not in on the New Zealand CAD right here, if it was me, I'm not saying you to go ahead and do that. If I was not in it, I would probably go ahead and look to want to buy right below here. Now I am currently in on the New Zealand CAD. I've got a lot of money invested in the New Zealand CAD already. So I'm self-invested in this pair right here. So I'm just definitely not going to add more to this because I've got a bunch of positions in already. But New Zealand CAD, I would be expecting New Zealand CAD to go ahead, take out these highs, and then chase after this level right here at 88.53. All right. So we're looking for New Zealand CAD to continue to rally for the week and go ahead and trade up towards 88.53, right? Now, one thing we can say again is, of course, the rate decision coming out on Tuesday for the New Zealand dollar, they're expecting to raise their rates 25 basis point. If that happens, we could and can expect a rally in New Zealand CAD. In fact, the New Zealand will strengthen across the board. All right, so we are going to expect some sort of rally on that. All right, let's go just switch it over a little bit to some cryptos as we look at the week. Remember, this is the battleground, the Forex battleground, and it includes cryptos too. So when we look at the crypto market at the moment right now, what is really moving this week? Well, we had some good rally last week, Thursday, as we from Thursday to Friday. So in Friday morning, early Friday morning, we had a big rally out of Bitcoin. It rallied up to 48,000. And it pretty much sat at that level. We didn't see anything moving off that level. And so over the last 24 hours, we have had some correction moves. Traders this year got to get excited about correction moves because it helps traders that have not got in already to get in on these positions. I want you to pay attention to the last 24 hours. Take a look right here. Look how many pairs have dropped value. How many coins have dropped value. And I'm looking at Cardano. Cardano is in a good position for buyers to buy back in here. We're down the last 7 hours, down 2.4%. And we're also down 5.4% over the last 24 hours. This is buying opportunity. All right? Buying opportunity. Let's take a look at, remember, I look at the top 20. So Cardano is definitely good to go. Solana is also good. Even though it's up 21% over the last 7 days, it's definitely in a trend, but it's pulled back 6%. That means opportunity for those that are not in. Polkadot's down 6.1%, and it's in a trend over the last 7 days, in a bullish trend. Look at this. Avalanche. I know Avalanche has been, over the last 2 weeks or so, Avalanche had a very good rally we had a very good rally in Avalanche, but the good thing is we've had this correction. 8.5% over the last 24 hours, but 3.1% down on the week. That's something that you need to pay attention to. Yeah, we have Uniswap. Uniswap is in a bullish trend. It's up for the week, 3.1%, but it's down 5.7% for the day. Opportunity, all right. And as we continue down down right here, uh, there's another one right here. Internet Computer (ICP) up for the week, 8.3%. So strong rally for the week, but then we're in a correction of 5.5%. Buying opportunity. Look at this. Filecoin is up 19% for the week, but we got a correction move of 4.4%. Opportunity to get in on this. So let's take a look at these couple of these coins, and let's go take a look and see what correction move have we seen so far. So yes, Bitcoin, and you see Bitcoin is, and listen here, you've just got to love technical analysis. Traders, if you're not a technical trader, you may want to start becoming one. All right, because too many traders that trade cryptos have zero idea what technicals are. Man, they can draw a trend line, they can draw a counter trend line, but that's about it. They don't know how to actually break down the chart and understand what the chart's actually telling them. I heard too many times last week Friday, it was sad to hear, but too many times I heard last week when we started seeing Bitcoin rally, too many traders were drawing in little trend lines, saying, "Oh yeah, we got a trend line. It's on its way to the moon. It's going to 65,000, 67,000, 73,000." But it's just hype. And the problem with hype is when people don't understand technical analysis, they jump in when the market's on a move instead of getting in on the correction moves. And so I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to sell off right now, but I'm going to say this, that when we had this rally, we should know that it's not a good place to buy when price comes up here at 48 or 49,000, because this is where our 1.618 extension is, which is based on this wave structure right here. We got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 going up right here. So we're in a wave 3 looking to move into a wave 4. So we've had this as our wave 4 correction so far. So yes, there could be this final move on Bitcoin based on this 1 hour time frame. And if I go ahead and draw in the next swings going up from the low to the high, it's going to look like something like this. So we're looking for 51,600 to become a factor. Now, I'm not going to be surprised if we can move a little higher than that. But if the market's creating these waves, and then that means that if this is going to be our fourth wave or third wave right here, and we're looking at this to be our fourth wave right here, then that means if price moves up here to about 52,000, all right, it's about 51,000 and change. So let's call it 52,000 just for argument's sake. So 52,000. When we get there, we may end up seeing Bitcoin drop back down again, get back down to about 47, 46,000, and then start its rally again. And so this is a good place to buy Bitcoin. All right? All right, that's a good place to buy Bitcoin. So when we look at this right here, look, every investor needs to have something in Bitcoin, Ethereum, but the altcoins is really where the money is, where you can go ahead and build up your portfolio for Ethereum and Bitcoin. So how do we build up a portfolio? Well, we look at these altcoins, and we did speak about, even our XRP, which is Ripple. Even Ripple is created a correction move right here. Take a look here. So as we look, and again, I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame. Just look at the swings because we know we had a bullish rally. Look at the Ripple right here. Ripple's had a rally. All right. We did not hit the 1.618. We have not come up to the 1.618 right here. Okay. And let's go take a look over here. Ronald, you'll have to contact support about that. Contact support about that. So here we go. Here we are looking at, you can see right here, this level is acting as a support level for the market right here. And we're looking at price moving up over here. So we can still see Ripple going up to about 112. So Ripple's trading right here at the support level. And if you look at the inside swings right here showed us a wave 1. Here we've got a wave 3 right here. And so look at this irregular flat right here in Ripple. Look at Ripple comes back, takes out the low right here, and now we're going to look to rally back up to the 1.27, which, by the way, it's an inside fifth wave. We got an inside fifth wave right here, but we also have, all right, a 1.618 of the previous swing. So which means that we're going to be completing this wave structure of 1, 2, and then 3 up here. And this is also the fifth wave of the inside swing. We'll see then a dip and then another rally to the next level. So we're absolutely in a good wave structure right now on Ripple. And Ripple is at a solid buy place. All right. And if you're looking at the upside potential, just from where it's trading right now to where we expect it to go, that should be about an 8% return. All right, 8% return. Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. I just completely forgot to show you my charts. There we go. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. There we go. David. Oh, that's funny. All right. So this is it. This is where we're at right here. So as we look at Ripple, we see this is how Ripple's setting up right here on the chart. We see a nice little swing up, swing down. There's it. Pull back. And now we should be looking for price to go back up here. That's about an 8% rate of return on that, or price increase. Looking at about an 8% price increase on Ripple. Okay. And if I go back to, and I assume you guys did not see the Bitcoin chart. So let's go ahead and throw you the Bitcoin chart again right here. And there is the Bitcoin chart. This is what it looked like right here. You see how we had a wave 1 right here, wave 2, wave 3 at the top right here. And now we're looking for price to take out the low, which is done. And now we should be seeing Bitcoin go back up to about 52,000. So Bitcoin right here is looking to rally to around about 52,000, which is this level right here. And then at 52,000 right here, we're then going to see price working its way back down south again. Okay? And so let's take a look at another coin that's really good for traders to get involved in. And that would be like when you look at Solana right here and you see that Solana's got, it's down 6% for the day, but 21% up. We know that we're in a strong rally. So any dipping on Solana, we could create an opportunity. Let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano is down for the week and for the last 24 hours, 5%. Let's take a look at what that looked like. That's ADA. There we go, ADA right here. So if I look over here with Cardano, this is a good solid place right here to buy, because we're expecting Cardano to move to this level right here. All right here. Now I'm going to say this. If I mark it off over there, can you see that the profit level at $2.32 right here? We definitely are at that level, right? Hang on, let me see here. What day was this? Oh wow. So okay. Look at the flat. Look at the flat divergence we're seeing here as well. So yeah, we're expecting price to start working back up to this level right here. In fact, if I look over here, I've just noticed something. I got in. I got in on this right here. I want to see the price I got in at. There it is there. Yeah, and our target on this was up there. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is on Cardano, I noticed that we did come up to the 1 point. We did come up to that price level already. So what I got to do here is I've got to go ahead and actually look at the larger swing, because this is now going to be my larger wave right here. So I'm going to clean up house right here, and I'm going to look for the larger swing. So now I'm looking for the next move for Cardano to move to is this one right here at $2.39. So this is going to be another target right here. And that's going to be at 239. There it is there. So we could look for, we actually going to look for Cardano to actually move up another 9% up. So we could be up another 9% on Cardano based on what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a little bit of movement already starting to take place right here. So that's great. So yeah, this is a good solid place right here, because if I looked at this, the wave structure, right? If I look at the wave structure right here, we're in this larger wave right here. So with us being in this larger wave, I'm now expecting, oh, hang on, wait a minute. That's coming from the low right here, all the way from the low from the high. Oh, sorry, I thought there was another swing right here. I'm mistaken. This is actually going a lot higher than it. We're not looking for price to move there. We're looking for a price to move up here to the 1.618 right here. There it is there. And that's priced at 250. So yeah, we could see Cardano moving up to 250. And that's real interesting, because how are we set up on the daily right here? Yeah, 250 is the backside. So what? Yeah, we could definitely come back to retest the backside of the trend line right here. So yeah, we'll be expecting price to continue. And by the way, did you also notice another thing here? Notice right here about 240, 248 right here. We also have a previous low right here that's going to act as resistance. So that's a good solid place right here. So yeah, we could definitely see Cardano continuing its upside rally. We got a crypto right here from midnight saying, you know what? I have not even looked at that. Shaiba? And you're looking at this one right here. I have not looked at this one at all. Wow. So we're right here at the bottom. I don't know enough on this crypto right here to actually go ahead and comment from a news perspective. But if I look over here, we're starting to break out. There's a little breakout taking place right now. Now, what is it? Man, look at the value of this. This is like 0.00001 cents. So, yeah, that's like 1/100th of a cent. Um, Ronald. Yeah, we should, right? Back up, let's dance. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so we are breaking out of this level of resistance right here, right? And with a breakout of resistance here, um, we should be looking for it to at least complete. Let's take a look here. Should move around about 40% up. So we could see it rallying up to around about here. And this is the, we're going to call this the breakout target right here. Um, I I do not get into all the coins. Some are just bus. Some are really good. Um, but this is something that we could possibly go ahead and look at, as a breakout trade. I mean, there's 40% on this right here. Um, so yeah, uh, I need to read up a little bit more on this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read up a little more on this to feel confident about this breakout. But yeah, this is something that could happen as well. All right, traders, that's pretty much it for us this week. So we've got a couple of things that we're going to be paying attention to this week, right? Number one, we're going to look at the support level on the euro crosses. That's one. If we get a bounce, maybe we get good confirmation of bullish confirmation, so bullish candlestick formation. We could probably go ahead and trade that. So that's one option. The other option that we can look at right here is that we've got the Aussie and the New Zealand rate decision coming out this week. So we can look at like we expected New Zealand CAD, yeah, New Zealand Canadian to rally. That's something that we can look at to be looking at buying. We looked at gold and silver, both the gold and silver looking for rallies as well. So both gold and silver looking for rallies. We also looked at some altcoins, and we looked at Cardano has been one of them. Cardano being one of them that is a good solid buy. XRP, which is Ripple, also a good buy. But that's not just the only cryptos that are solid. There's a bunch of. If you look at the top 20, there's a lot of correction moves on a lot of these cryptos. Solana is one of them. Polkadot is another one. Avalanche is definitely something that you can definitely look at. In fact, let me go ahead and take a look at Avalanche right here, because Avalanche is definitely setting up with an opportunity. Let's see here. There it is. So if I look at Avalanche right here, take a look here. So we had the rally, and then the market stalled here at the 127. So there is still some upside potential for this to go ahead and let me see here. Yeah, we still got some upside potential for price to move up to this level right here. Now, I'll be honest with you, now that I look at the chart, I wouldn't be jumping on Avalanche until we have a further dip back down south right here. Maybe if it comes back to this level, I could start leveling in. Yeah, Avalanche isn't looking as attractive as I thought it would be, just based on the fact that we are in the middle between the B low and the 1.618 right here. There's a lot better opportunities in other cryptos that I'll be focused more on, and I think the upside potential in this as well is not that great either. Yeah, we're looking at look at that. We're looking at well, it's a 33% growth in price, so it's not bad, not bad at all actually. In fact, the only thing is the risk to the downside is, you see, if we do get this correction move, if Avalanche does move down south, then it's targeting this low right here. That means I have to wait for it to get down here to add positions in, and then I have to wait for it to come all the way back up here to get back to my original entry point. That's a long ways to wait. And so, yeah, I would probably not look at this. But yeah, there's a bunch of opportunities on a lot of the top 20 cryptos that you can go ahead and pay attention to. I just mentioned a few right here already, but definitely something that traders should pay attention to. So, good thing is with the correction that we've just seen, it does create opportunity. So, if the Forex market is not looking good, crypto market is looking good, silver and gold's looking good, there's a lot of other options than just trading currencies right now. So, pick your choice. Pick your weapon of choice and go ahead and check it out. All right, traders. Well, that being said, that's our weekly update on what we're going to be focusing in on this week. I will be focusing on oil. I will be focusing on dollar index. I will be focusing on the euro crosses at the support level, at those support levels. I will be focusing on cryptos this week, mainly the ones that have gone ahead and given us a deeper correction move, so we can get in on those. I'm in on quite a few of those already. I've spoken about Filecoin. I'm in Polkadot. I'm in Solana. I'm in Cardano. I've got Dogecoin. Woo! There's opportunity on Litecoin. So definitely great opportunities. With that being said, everyone have a fantastic week of trading, and I will see everyone. Next in the next video. So with that being said, happy trading, my friends. I'll see you next time.